A long, pulsating cord coiled around a mountain of bodies heaped upon one another, its end straining to exceed the fence, whose highest point could not, nevertheless, be seen. A thin metal stream tore through the inert mass with a jerk, reached the solid ground, and broke through it. An emptied-out cry passed through the plot. A hand in a rag glove descended into the depths of a head, rummaged through the entrails, pulled out a bundle of nerves, and its mirrored sister severed it with large garden shears. The creature went limp and instantly slid down from the fence, pressing itself into the earth. The gardener wiped bloodstains from his overalls, placed the freshly plucked fruit into his pocket, and moved on to the next plant. A fat, oily head, perched atop a fleshy pile of compost, slept peacefully. It was time to gather the fruits. One precise blow of a stake peeled off the skin. The grimace slid off, exposing a layer of fat, beneath which loomed a swollen skull. Grasping it firmly, the gardener's hand separated the neck from the spine and took the head with him. The sunless sky, shrouded in a boggy haze, darkened. The crimson garden fell into sleep. All the head plants hid in their burrows. They're similar, yet always unique in their flaws. Faces formed zigzagging rows, vaguely susceptible to logic. Standing on the porch of a house equipped with thousands of channels and pipes for runoff and water, the master felt a cold wind blowing from somewhere underground. The soil suddenly trembled, emitting a gurgling sound. His legs gave way. The door swung open. Having undressed completely, a figure covered in countless wounds and scars entered the kitchen. A large cleaver split the skull in two, and a spoon scraped out the insides into a large vat. Finely chopped nerves went in as well. Tears ran from the eyes. A pang struck the chest. One of the scars split open, causing a burning pain. Drops fell into the cooking supper. Hastily stirring the mass, the creature drank it. A tremor ran through the body. All the wounds closed up, and the scars became smoother. The hand landed on the cutting board, and the same cleaver that had opened the skull now severed the ring finger. The master placed the organ into a jar with a viscous slurry. Such was the price of life. The time for sleep was coming. All around was dry. The earth was cracked, covered in thin but deep craters, and trembled steadily. Emerging from dry, yellow thickets, a man found himself on a wasteland where faded rows of little heads moaned in their death throes. Suddenly, the moans ceased, and the gazes of the plants struck the gardener. A cold wind blew. Small snow, reminiscent of ash, began to fall from the sky. The sky burned with a crimson glow. Necks stretched out and, like serpents, slithered straight toward the numb victim. The cords bound the body, winding it into a ball. Winter is coming. The soil collapsed. From the sensation of falling, the hero woke up. It turned out he had been sleeping without releasing the jar containing the organ, and on his hand, a newly regrown finger was already visible. It was time. Taking only a bag and the vessel, the creature ran out into the yard. Crouching by the central head, around which an altar of various organs of the master had been built, he opened the jar, took out the finger, and hastily sewed it to one of the roots extending from the fruit, using a needle taken from the bag. The plant's face changed. Its features began to resemble the gardener's. That was it. Hiding the needle, the gardener took out a metal cue and fell to the ground. The soil softly gave way, receiving the body. With one precise blow, the creature smashed its own forehead. Blood trickled down into its eyes. The petal-like scars across its body opened wide. The sky burned. The plants converged upon the master. Clenching him from all sides, they began to voraciously devour the body. The firmament shook in frenzied convulsions. The house slowly dissolved into it. The central head opened its eyes. The altar sank into the ground. Hands emerged onto the surface, followed by the body and legs. The plants were still finishing off the gardener. The creature joined the feast. It had finished the gardener, but was not satiated. The monster set to work on the labors of the previous master. The garden was emptied. The stomach was full,